This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, I don't even know how to get the words out of my mouth. Let's just say it this way, to quote a good friend of mine. That's what's up. The Edmonton Oilers get the 3-2 victory in overtime over top of the Montreal Canadiens, and I will tell you, well, maybe after all is right in the world. Finally, the Oilers, in what seems to be a nightmarish matchup against the Montreal Canadiens the last several years, have found a way to win a game that was pivotal one to win to begin with, but also a game against the Montreal Canadiens that, again, like I'm saying, I don't know if I'm just, kind of bugging out a little bit or something, but sure seems the Oilers have struggled against the Montreal Canadiens since the Canadian division back in the bubble years. So good to see the Oilers do what they do tonight, and obviously you get some great goaltending out of Stuart Skinner. 26 saves on 28 shots, that ought to do. For those that need the goaltending to be better, it is tonight. And for the Oilers, obviously an effort which you get some goals out of some pivotal players, right? Like Corey Perry, like Leon Draisaitl, like maybe Evan Bouchard to win in overtime. And now, really, all that we got to do the rest of the night, and I'm going to keep this nice and brief because Stuart Skinner, as predicted on the Oilers pregame show, the City Ford Face-Off show on 880, Chet, that still hasn't gotten any easier to say. Basically talking about Skinner needing to be the heavy lifter for the Oilers tonight. He did a great job. You'd love Stu to stop every single puck. You're never going to get that out of any goaltender in the NHL. No goaltender in the NHL has ever gone 82 straight games with a shutout. So, until somebody does, I will I'll allow Stuart Skinner to have a couple goals against, because end of the day, it's just kind of part of the game is teams have to score if they want to win. And for about 25 out of 32 teams in the NHL every year, they want to win. So they're going to score goals during the game usually. So just the case that it might be. And obviously, too, for the Oilers, a night in which they faced the Montreal Canadiens. The Canadiens came into the game scoring 4 goals per game and giving up 2 over their 5-game win streak. The Oilers find a way to crack that code, score 3, and ultimately see themselves become winners because of it. Now, for the Oilers as well, this kind of solves, for the time being, the fall from first place as the Oilers continue to climb back towards first place by gaining another 2 points in the standings tonight, and ultimately getting that much closer. Right now, we're in that probably about somewhere between 16 to 20 points needed to clinch a playoff spot, specifically a top 3 in the Pacific Division. So we're getting close here, friends. The days are coming down to the big night sky, waiting off till 10 o'clock, and the Oilers partying in downtown Edmonton while we party outside, having a good old time under the open air alongside all us other maniacs that'll be down there. So looking forward to that. And obviously as well, what else is there to say out of this game? Max Jones, Cam Dineen. One big thing is Max Jones will see a lot more time in the Oilers lineup than Cam Dineen will going forward. But Cam Dineen gets a shift in overtime. It was fantastic to see. Obviously, the coaching staff have faith in him, but also a guy that, he was a trade deadline acquisition 2 years ago at this point when we acquired Nick Bjugstad. So keep in mind the Oilers, kind of had this guy tucked away for the past little bit, and all of a sudden he's having a good year down in Baco and comes up and has a very impressive first game with the Oilers. And then Max Jones, the guy that you acquired, who will probably be shuffled down to Bakersfield post-game as well. So as he's playoff or send down eligible throughout the rest of the season, he'll be paper transaction probably, and then we'll figure out our roster going into tomorrow. But yeah, it's fantastic to see what the Oilers were able to get out of both guys. Max Jones, man, that guy looks like a player now. Obviously, every single player in the history of debuts with the Oilers seems to look really good and then ultimately disappoints. So pump the brakes a little bit on this one for now, but I like what I saw originally, and hopefully that is what continues here throughout the rest of the season, because he brings an element, a little bit of shock and awe, a little bit of a lot of other stuff too. So can't complain too much. It was a good game to watch. The first one since, and I'll tell you this. This is the first Oilers game I have watched since, I believe, sometime in the first week of February. So nice to get back to it. Nice to be excited to come home, sit down on the chair down here, and enjoy a hockey game, and obviously see the Edmonton Oilers win as well. So life's good. Enjoy it. We'll talk to you tomorrow, and we'll have details on the Jake Wallman trade sometime later in the day, as we obviously maybe we'll get to work early and get it live from the car. First thing in the morning, live video from the car. We'll see what's up. But for right now, the Oilers win 3-2 in overtime, and that's what's up.